Welcome to our newest episode about the city of Babylon. Subscribe our channel and enjoy. Babylon, the fabled city of the ancient world, rises from the dusty plains of Mesopotamia like a mirage in the desert. Founded in the 18th century BCE by the Amorite king Sumu-abum, it was a city unlike any other. Its towering walls, made of baked brick and reinforced with mud, stretched for miles around the city, protecting it from invaders and serving as a symbol of Babylon's power. As the capital of the Babylonian Empire, under the rule of Hammurabi in the 18th century BCE, Babylon became a center of culture, commerce, and religion. Its people were known for their sophistication and intelligence, and the city's many palaces, temples, and gardens were a testament to their wealth and power. The city was dominated by the imposing Ziggurat of Marduk, the patron god of Babylon, which rose hundreds of feet into the sky. From its heights, the priests of Marduk could look out over the city and its bustling markets, its crowded streets and busy harbors, and the fields beyond where farmers tilled the rich soil. The people of Babylon were skilled in many trades and crafts. They wove fine textiles from the wool of their sheep, crafted intricate jewelry from gold and silver, and created beautiful works of art from clay and stone. The city's markets were filled with goods from all over the known world, from spices and silk to exotic animals and precious metals. Despite its wealth and power, however, Babylon was not immune to invasion and conquest. Over the centuries, it was sacked and destroyed by various armies, including those of the Assyrians, Persians, and Greeks. But even in ruins, the city remained a symbol of the greatness and splendor of the ancient world, inspiring poets, artists, and scholars for generations to come. The city of Babylon was a sight to behold, with its impressive walls rising high into the sky. The walls were made of massive baked bricks, each one carefully laid by skilled masons. The thickness of the walls was such that chariots could race around the top of them, with plenty of room to spare. These walls were a testament to the power and might of Babylon. They encircled the city, creating a barrier between the bustling city and the outside world. The walls were so high that they seemed to touch the heavens, and so thick that they appeared to be impregnable. But the walls were not the only impressive feature of Babylon. The city was also home to the famous Ishtar Gate, a towering structure adorned with colorful glazed bricks and depictions of mythical creatures. The gate was a work of art, with its bright blue, green, and yellow bricks arranged in intricate patterns. As visitors passed through the Ishtar Gate, they were transported to a different world. The gate was guarded by enormous statues of bulls, their eyes gleaming with fierce intensity. These guardians were a warning to any who would seek to harm Babylon or its people. Beyond the gate lay a city that was both beautiful and bustling. The streets were lined with shops and market stalls, selling everything from food and clothing to exotic spices and precious gems. The people of Babylon were skilled craftspeople, and their wares were highly prized throughout the ancient world. But even in this bustling city, the walls remained a constant reminder of the power and might of Babylon. They served as a symbol of the city's strength, and a warning to any who would seek to challenge it. And the Ishtar Gate, with its intricate beauty and powerful guardians, was a testament to the city's culture and sophistication. Nebuchadnezzar II, the great king of Babylon, was a towering figure of the ancient world. He ruled over the city during its golden age, from 605 to 562 BCE, and under his leadership, Babylon became one of the most powerful and prosperous cities of its time. Nebuchadnezzar was a warrior king, and he led his armies on numerous campaigns of conquest, expanding Babylon's borders and bringing wealth and glory to the city. He was also a patron of the arts and sciences, and he oversaw the construction of some of the most magnificent structures in the ancient world. Under his rule, the city of Babylon grew and prospered. The streets were lined with grand palaces, temples, and public buildings, each one more impressive than the last. The markets were filled with exotic goods from all over the world, and the people of Babylon enjoyed a standard of living that was unmatched anywhere else. But Nebuchadnezzar's legacy was not just one of power and wealth. He was also a great patron of learning, and under his rule, Babylon became a center of scholarship and knowledge. The king himself was a scholar, and he surrounded himself with the brightest minds of his time. Among the greatest achievements of Nebuchadnezzar's reign was the construction of the legendary Hanging Gardens of Babylon. These gardens were said to be a wonder of the ancient world, with trees and plants growing on terraces that rose high into the sky. The gardens were a testament to the king's wealth and power, and they were a source of wonder and inspiration for generations to come. Overall, Nebuchadnezzar II was a king whose legacy would endure for centuries. Under his rule, Babylon became a city of unrivaled beauty, wealth, and power, and his contributions to the arts, sciences, and scholarship would continue to inspire people for generations to come. In 539 BCE, a new era began in Babylon. The Persians, led by the mighty Cyrus the Great, had conquered the city, bringing an end to the Babylonian Empire. The fall of Babylon was a moment of both triumph and tragedy. For the Persians, it was a victory that cemented their status as the dominant power in the ancient world. For the Babylonians, it was a moment of great sorrow and loss. The Persians entered the city in triumph, their armies marching down the streets that had once been so lively and bustling. The palaces and temples that had once been the pride of Babylon were now in ruins, destroyed in the course of the siege. But the Persians were not content with mere conquest. They sought to build a new empire, one that would be even greater than the one they had just destroyed. They set to work rebuilding the city, restoring its palaces and temples, and breathing new life into its streets. Under Persian rule, Babylon once again became a thriving city, filled with merchants, scholars, and craftsmen from all over the world. The streets were alive with the sounds of music, laughter, and commerce, and the city's people enjoyed a new era of prosperity and freedom. But for the Babylonians, the memory of their former glory lingered. They remembered the days when their city was the jewel of the ancient world, when their kings ruled over a vast empire, and when their culture and achievements were the envy of all who knew of them. Even as they rebuilt their city under Persian rule, the Babylonians held on to the memory of their former greatness, and they dreamed of a day when they might reclaim their place as the dominant power in the ancient world. But for now, they would have to content themselves with a new era of peace and prosperity, under the watchful eye of their new Persian masters. For centuries after the Persian conquest, Babylon remained a city of great importance and influence. Its streets were filled with people from all over the world, each one bringing with them their own culture, traditions, and ideas. But in 331 BCE, Babylon's fate would once again be decided by a conqueror. This time it was the mighty Alexander the Great who arrived at the city's gates, with his armies marching in his wake. The people of Babylon watched in awe and fear as the conqueror approached, knowing that their fate hung in the balance. But to their surprise, Alexander did not come as a destroyer, but as a liberator. He saw in Babylon a city of great beauty and importance, one that deserved to be preserved and cherished. Under Alexander's rule, Babylon once again became a thriving center of culture, learning, and commerce. The king was a great patron of the arts, and he encouraged the people of Babylon to embrace their heritage and build on their past achievements. But as with all empires, Alexander's was not destined to last forever. After his death, his vast empire was divided among his generals, and Babylon became part of the Seleucid Empire. Under Seleucid rule, Babylon continued to be a city of great importance and influence. The streets were alive with merchants, scholars, and craftsmen, each one contributing to the city's rich cultural heritage. But as the centuries passed, the city's fortunes began to decline. Wars, famines, and plagues took their toll on the people, and many of the city's great buildings and monuments fell into ruin. Yet even in its decline, Babylon remained a city of great significance, a testament to the enduring legacy of its people and their achievements. And even today, the ruins of the city stand as a reminder of a time long past, when Babylon was the jewel of the ancient world, and its people were among the greatest and most influential in all of history. As the centuries passed, Babylon's fortunes began to decline. The city had endured many wars, famines, and plagues, and its once great buildings and monuments began to crumble into dust. The people of Babylon struggled to keep the city alive, but their efforts were in vain. One by one, the city's residents left, seeking out new homes and new opportunities elsewhere. By the time of the Islamic conquest in the 7th century CE, Babylon had become little more than a ghost town, its streets empty and its buildings falling apart. The conquerors were amazed by the city's ruins, which stood as a testament to its former greatness. They wandered through the empty streets, marveling at the towering walls and the faded remnants of the city's former glory. But even as they marveled at the ruins, the Islamic conquerors recognized the significance of the city's history and legacy. They understood that Babylon had once been a center of culture and learning, a city that had inspired generations of scholars, poets, and thinkers. And so, even as the city lay in ruins, the conquerors sought to preserve its memory, gathering together what few remnants of the city's past they could find, and carefully cataloging them for future generations. Today, the ruins of Babylon stand as a testament to a time-long past, a reminder of the achievements and accomplishments of the ancient world. And while the city may be gone, its legacy lives on, inspiring scholars, historians, and dreamers for generations to come. The ruins of Babylon, once a bustling city filled with life and energy, now lie silent and still in the desert landscape near the modern city of Hilla in Iraq. As visitors approach the site, they are struck by the imposing walls that once protected the city from invaders. These walls are a testament to the engineering and architectural skill of the Babylonian people, who built them to withstand the test of time. Beyond the walls, visitors can explore the ruins of the city itself. The most impressive structure still standing is the Ishtar Gate, once one of the most impressive gateways in all the ancient world. The gate's colorful glazed bricks and depictions of mythical creatures are a reminder of the artistry and craftsmanship of the Babylonian people. Further into the site, visitors can wander among the ruins of several palaces and temples, each one a testament to the city's rich cultural heritage. The ruins are filled with intricate carvings and inscriptions, each one telling a story of the city's past and the people who once lived there. Despite the passing of millennia and the ravages of time, the ruins of Babylon still retain an air of mystery and intrigue. Visitors can feel the weight of history all around them, and can imagine the bustling streets, vibrant markets, and towering structures that once filled the city. For those who are drawn to the ancient world and the mysteries of the past, the ruins of Babylon are a must-see destination, a chance to explore the remnants of one of the greatest cities of all time and to experience the magic and wonder of a time long gone. Thank you for watching, subscribe our channel and see you in next episodes.